Well, everyone, although I probably would not recommend any sane person out there to go ahead and buy an iPhone 6s, you could go and make some claims as to why you might want to go and, why I would recommend buying a phone like this. So if I had to, these are the following reasons why I would recommend some people to go ahead and buy an iPhone 6s in 2024. The very first thing is the price tag. The price of the iPhone 6s is very, very small comparatively to basically a majority of devices that you can kind of buy nowadays. With phones like the iPhone 6s, these things don't really cost that much money. So that's kind of the big thing to kind of keep in mind here. You can buy a device like the iPhone 6s, and this thing's just not going to cost that much. You can buy it probably for like $50 or $40, whatever, and that really isn't that much money to go and spend on a phone. And that really isn't that much money to spend on a phone. So why not go ahead and buy a device like this, which doesn't cost that much? That's kind of the first thing I kind of think about is like, why not just buy a device like this, which isn't that expensive? On top of that, some other things to keep in mind here too, with something like the iPhone 6s, this is a device that still works, right? Like it's still getting some sort of software updates, which we'll talk about in a second, but this device still works. It still has some quality, from that particular perspective. And I would probably say from that side as well, and that in and of itself is another really, really nice thing that you have kind of going on here, that it still is, kind of, it's not powerful, but for a very old phone, it actually has quite a bit of power inside of it, which is something you probably wouldn't expect. So I do think even from that, specific side itself, that is another very interesting thing going on there too. On top of that, another very big thing going on with the iPhone 6s is a device because, this thing is still getting software support. Like this thing is still there, right? It's still getting some sort of software, support and some updates here and there, which again is another really nice thing going on. So you can easily go through, pick up a device like this, and it's still getting some security updates. Now, it's not getting these big, massive updates as you probably would have expected. These updates that it's getting are very, very basic. And again, you have to keep in mind that these are not going to be the most expensive, biggest updates Apple's ever going to make. But I do think for a lot of people, if you're going to go through and pick up an update, again, it's actually very nice that you are getting these types of phones and these types of softwares, which really aren't super insane from that side either. It's still somewhat getting software support, which is something that I really like a lot. So that in and of itself, once again, is another very nice thing going on here too. So overall, I will tell you there are some reasons why you could make the claim as to why a phone like the iPhone 6s is still kind of worth buying, but I would probably say for the average person, please avoid buying a phone like this. It really doesn't make any sense to go and do that, and you're much better off purchasing devices that are still kind of supported with software, like the iPhone 10R and above. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there too. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.